Hi, I'm Park Guide Jason Howell, and we're here today for our last Commander's Minute prior to our virtual anniversary starting tomorrow. This one's a special one because I'm going to finish up the Loyalists, but I'm actually going to talk about two people in one segment. Trust me, both these guys deserve their own segment, but kind of ran out of time, and since their story is similar, I can kind of group them together. We're going to talk about Lieutenant Colonel Donald McLeod, and we're going to talk about General Donald McDonald, not to be confused with Ronald McDonald. So first of all, General Donald McDonald, we know that he was at the Battle of Culloden Moor in 1746, fighting on the side of the Crown. I think there's a running joke, at least a Scotsman told me that that visited Moores Creek one time, there were more Scots on the side of the Crown that morning than there were Scots on the Scots side. Either way, General Donald McDonald was there at Culloden Moor 30 years prior to the Battle of Moores Creek Bridge. He was a career Army officer. Couldn't find a whole lot more on him until the Moores Creek campaign. We know that he came down from Massachusetts, from Boston, along with Donald McLeod. They both sailed down after the Battle of Bunker Hill. They were given orders to come down and raise a regiment of Highlanders that was going to be called the Royal Highland Immigrants. McLeod is sent into the North Carolina backcountry to get some of these guys, or to raise the regiment, while General Donald McDonald set up a base of operations in present-day Fayetteville, at the time called Cross Creek. Donald McLeod is in the North Carolina backcountry, and he's out trying to round up all these loyalists, but on the 26th, General Donald McDonald is sick. He actually turns command over to Lieutenant Colonel McLeod. McLeod is the man who leads, or suspected to lead, the expedition down to Moores Creek Bridge, and he will actually die as he leads a charge headlong into the Patriots' position. General Donald McDonald, however, is captured 2 days later, February 29th. It was a leap year that year. And he's sick. According to some accounts, it was suggested to take him to Wilmington, but Richard Caswell was very adamant that he go to Halifax. Eventually, he was told that he was going to be released. He refuses his release, and then he's eventually traded for, I believe, I want to say in October that year, in 1776, for a Patriot commander. And that is really our last Commander's Minute. I don't have much on these guys except for the fact that they were in the British Army. Lieutenant Colonel McLeod was a captain. General Donald McDonald was a colonel. They both came down after the Battle of Bunker's Hill. And before that, I really don't have too much information. I have heard. I have not seen, so maybe if you guys have a picture of it out there, or if you have friends who've been, I heard Dunvegan Castle in Scotland has Donald McLeod's sword that he used here at the Battle of Moores Creek. It would be very interesting to see. I've written Dunvegan Castle this year. The historians apparently are working from home, so I've written to see if I couldn't get a picture or some information. I hope you guys have enjoyed our Commander Minute this last couple of weeks, and I hope you enjoy our virtual anniversary this weekend.